Hello, today we will show you how to use Snapshot. Snapshot is a voting tool based on IPFS used by many crypto projects to poll their user bases. If you are curious about IPFS, we'll link some of our tutorials about it in the description. And here, as you can see, we are on the Snapshot's main page, and you might recognize all of those projects. They are quite popular, so this site is used by them. And it has quite a few members, as you see, for example, in Sushi, 41,000 members. So we can go inside and see all of the proposals. We can also join the space. So it's very simple to join for other users. You just click on join, and in case if you haven't signed a signature yet, you'll have to sign a simple MetaMask signature here, and then you're ready to go. You can browse all of the proposals and vote for them if you pass the requirements. So as you can see here, we have one of the proposals. This one is active, so you can still vote on it. Unfortunately, I don't have any Sushi tokens on this account, but if you have any, you can vote using the currently selected strategy. So as you can see, here we have the current results and all of the possible choices, and down below we can cast our votes. So if you have any tokens, you can vote, for example, for Andy Foreman and cast the vote. The pop-up will show you how many tokens you have, so it will be your voting power. And voting power depends on the strategy you choose in your proposals. So if this is your project, you can say that everybody is equal and has a voting power of 1, or voting power can be based on the number of tokens users have. If we close the pop-up, down below you can see all of the votes, the history of votes, and all of the users, what spaces they joined, and what they do, who they are, if they fill in the about information, and the delegator, because the vote sometimes can be delegated to other people. So now on the left, as you can see, we already have the Sushi workspace, but say we want to create our own workspace. To do that, we have to click on the plus button, but remember we are on the mainnet, and we want to test it on the testnet first. So to do that, you have to go to the demo.snapshot.org and click the plus button here. And we have the instructions on how to create a new space. So let's get started. To create your own space, you need ENS. We won't go in detail about ENS in this tutorial, but we'll link some other tutorials in the description. But we'll show you how to create it very quickly. So let's try workspace 1123. And we have to remember about the .if, otherwise it won't let you register the name. And here we have the interface with all of the settings we can set. We don't really care about this workspace. We'll use only for testing purposes, so we'll leave it by default here and click on request to register. As you can see, it instructs us to wait for 1 minute. So we waited for 1 minute and we are ready to click on register button. Now we can accept the transaction and pay the gas fees, and shortly our ENS will be available, so we'll be able to go back and proceed. When it's done, let's set the ENS as a primary one. So let's select it and save it. Our new ENS is selected as the primary one, so we are all done here, and we can go back to Snapshot. And here, as you can see, we have our new workspace, so we can click on it. And here we need to create a space controller, which is an admin, so we'll use our own address. Then we can fill in this form, so the name, and all of the other options are optional, so we'll keep it like that. And here we have some voting strategies we can use. So let's use token weighted voting. There are some other options, but let's start with that. And we can select our net, so let's use girly ERC20, and we will need to create a new ERC20 to test this. So let's go to remix, and here I have a very simple ERC20 token with a minting and transfer option. So let's deploy it. Our token is deployed, and I made sure to mint 10,000 tokens on start in the constructor, but what I want to do is I want to copy an address of an external wallet that will help us with the testing. So I'll paste the address here and say I want to send it 1000 tokens. So I'll use a simple converter, 1000 ether. I'll copy the away because we need to remember about the decimals. So let's paste the amount. The transfer went through, so we can go back to our workspace and provide the token address. So you can easily copy the token address from here and paste it. It recognized my token with the name and the symbol. Now I can set some authors and admins. Let's say that I'll use the previously used address again here too. This one. And also my own address. So I'll copy it from MetaMask. And now our workspace is live, so we can create some proposals or set workspace settings.
Okay, so first of all, maybe let's check the settings option, because we want to show you that the snapshot has a lot of different functionalities. So if you access this website, you can change all the basic data, and if you scroll down a little, you can find a lot of different strategies. We chose ERC20 balance off because we want to start off with something simple. Also, admins authors, which we set a little time before, and if we scroll down a little more, you have the proposal validations, right? So you have to set the threshold, very similar to the one of our other guide about governance voting. So we'll leave the link in the description if you want to check it out. But for now, we will leave it as it is. And also you can set the voting delays and so on and the dates. But let's hop directly into the proposals. That's what I think we should do it. So we'll show you two proposals today. First of them, let's call it approval vote or something like that. Okay, no description because we didn't need it. Let's continue. And let's change the voting system. So we want approval voting. Each voter may select any number of choices. So let's create 3 choices. 1, 2, 3. Let's publish it. Okay, so for the test purposes, let's choose, for example, option 1, 2. We have nearly all the tokens because we did the transfer to transfer some of them to not have 100% power to show you the disproportions of it. So let's vote. Yes, so here you can see that we have the 9,000 MTK, but we minted 10,000. So as you can see, the current result of 1 and 2 is 100 because there's one voter. The number 3 is with the 0%. Now, let us give a moment because we'll do the voting from another account for the option. Let's say if we done 1, 2, so let's do 2, 3. We click transaction. Okay, so we did it already. Let's refresh. Let's check if anything changes. Okay, so as you can see, there are 2 voters. One of them has 10%, the other one has 90%, and this one voted on, as we can see, 2 and 3, because the solution number 2 has 100%, so overall the voting power of 2 voters, the number one has only the voter of 90%, and the third one is the 10%, so the voter that we gave him the tokens. As you can see, this proposal works as it should be. Now let's move to the other one. Call it as we want, doesn't matter. Okay, so now we want to choose the wave voting. Each voter may spread voting, right? Depending on the voting power. To find, but we can do the free choices. And one more thing we want to mention, voting period. You can set the voting period right here. If you want to, for example, make it quicker, longer, depends on your status. You can choose the hours, the minutes, exactly of the time. Okay, so you can publish this option. Again, always will be the signature for these ones. Okay, as you can see, there's new proposal. Now let's vote, for example, let's spread some of the percents. As you can see, you can manipulate it as you want, depending on your voting power. So let's do it that way. Let's vote. At the same time, we'll do it from the other account. Okay, so here back after the closed proposal, we set the time for a few minutes to show you that it has this as the chosen amount of time, and after that the proposal is closed, so you cannot vote anymore for that proposal. And for this video, I think that would be it. So if you want to check other solutions of the snapshot, you can do it yourself, or you can leave a comment, for example, for us, if you are interested in any specific features, and we can check it out and leave maybe the video about it. But I think that we'll share another video soon about the snapshot if we will find it useful for you. So if you like our content, leave a comment, subscribe, and I think see you in the next video.